Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another round of chair yoga. Today's class, you're going to need a strap. So this is just a basic yoga belt. This one's actually pretty long. You can get them any sort of length, or you can just use a regular belt that you would put around your waist. It's not that it has to be a perfect yoga belt, but these are great to have, and you can get them on Amazon. You can get them at shops like Target and Walmart. And they're just a fun tool to have to get into stretches just a little bit deeper. So we're gonna have this handy. I'm gonna just rest mine on my lap, and then you can be able to access it whenever you need it. So you can put it down on the floor, or you can put it on your lap like me. So go ahead and sit really tall. It's really festive in my space today. It's my tree that has all of my children's ornaments on it from when they were just little kids. So it's a fun, happy little tree. All right, I want you to sit really tall and then drop your right ear towards your shoulder. We're gonna just really focus on opening up the heart. As you remember, the month of December is all about compassion. And we talked about self-compassion and having acts of kindness for ourselves. Now we're gonna start to think, what can we give to other people? Come back to center, and it doesn't have to cost anything. And then drop left ear to left shoulder. There are so many things that we can do for our neighbors, our friends, our postmen, our caregivers, our family. Come back to center. Drop your chin to your chest. You feel that stretch along your neck? Perfect. And now bring your nose back to neutral, we call it. We're going to start with our right arm. So you're going to lift your right arm up to the sky, and maybe it only goes this far today. That's okay. Reach it as high as you can. And then once you get it as high as you can, begin to reach up even more as if you're trying to touch the ceiling. Beautiful. And then bring that arm down. We're going to do the other side. Left arm goes up. And if you need to assist your arm, that's perfect too. Or if somebody needs to assist you, reach up, up, up. Nice. And then come on down. Beautiful. I'm going to come back to my right arm. I'm going to bring my elbow in front and then slide my elbow all the way around to the back. So you're going to feel this stretch through the rib cage and through the chest. So let's try that again. Come all the way around. I'm trying to elbow my tree back there. 2 more. All the way around and come on back. 1 more. Perfect. Now I'm going to take that same elbow out to the side, just like a little wing there. I'm going to lower my wing to my ribs and then lift my wing. Really starting to get some fluid and movement in my shoulder today. 4 more. Sit really tall. Try not to lean back onto your chair. See if you can hold your trunk up. 2 more. Perfect. Nice. And now let's do the other side. So my left elbow is going to come in front. I'm going to feel a stretch back there. And then my left elbow is going to slide all the way around to the back and then come back around. Try that again. All the way around. Maybe the eyes follow, maybe they don't. It's up to you. 3. Do you feel that stretch through there? 2. Perfect. Final 1. Bring it back to front. Get the stretch. And now out to the side like the wing, we're going to close the wing and open the wing. Close the wing and open the wing. 2 more, just like that. So nice. Beautiful. Now stack your arms like fire logs. I had the most beautiful fire in my fireplace last night, and I stacked my logs, put in lots of pine cones. I'm going to twist and twist. This really starts to rotate through the upper back and into the belly. 2 more. Beautiful. Feels so good, doesn't it? And now bring your arms down. I'm going to grab my chair, the sort of the supports that go down to the legs, and I'm going to lean forward towards you. So I'm holding onto my chair. That gives me a little bit of stability, and then I can lean way forward. Beautiful. And then come back up. So let's go ahead and bring our right arm up to the sky. We're going to draw some circles up there. I like to say this is as if we're a cowboy and we have a lasso. And so we're going to go around our head, just like you're throwing that lasso, really rotating through the shoulder joint. We're going to do 3 more this direction. We're going to stay with this arm though. Last one, and now go the other way. Beautiful. It's a little bit of brain work too. Circle around. 4, 3, 2, last one. Bring the arm down. Let's do the left arm. We reach it up. We start to circle around the head, up and around, up and around. 4 more. 3, 2, last one. Go the other way. Other way. Perfect. 2, 1, and lower. So let's think about the heart for a moment. Let's think about compassion for a moment. Compassion looks like just little acts of kindness. Compassion looks like sitting with a friend and truly listening, not being distracted, not seeking to respond, but just sitting with that person can be one of the greatest gifts that you can give somebody that costs nothing. Picking up a phone and calling an old friend or a family member, maybe having forgiveness for someone can be a beautiful act of compassion. It doesn't have to be something that costs money. And sometimes we have to go into our heart in order to access that kindness. We go through our days, we might have pain, we might have our own loss, we might have our own stress and worries. And so this particular week, I want you to focus on pausing and stopping for a moment, going into your heart, and then giving kindness. And so I want you to hold your right hand up just like this. And I want you to imagine that you're dipping into your heart. So I'm actually going to touch my heart with my hand, and I'm thinking about patience, and I'm going to give it away. So I'm going to dip into my heart, and I'm going to give patience this week. A lot going on. I'm going to dip and I'm going to give. And I have a lot of people in my life that need me. Dip and give. And so I feel like I need to be a little bit patient, not just with myself, but with other people who also have things going on in their world. It's not just about my stress. I think everybody has a level of stress. Keep going. And so maybe you're going to give kindness. You're going to give laughter. Maybe you have a gift of humor. So you're going to dip into your heart and make an intention that you're going to give laughter. You're going to give joy. You're going to give listening. Maybe you have one of those ears that people just feel so comfortable talking to. Maybe you need the gift of your time and you can help a friend. Keep going. We're really working the shoulder, but we're also working our mind and our heart. What are you going to give this week? What kind of compassion? Remember, Karuna is compassion in action. So you're going to write a letter, pick up a phone. 3 more. Listen, be patient. Last one. Beautiful. And now our left hand is more of our receptive side. And we do this quite often. But to have balance in our life, we have to be willing to give, which we did. And we have to balance it with being willing to receive. And for me, that's really hard. I can give all day long. But when somebody wants to give to me, I usually resist. Somebody says, "Hey, can I do this for you?" I resist. Can I listen? I resist. And so something that I'm working on is being receptive and being willing to know that there's plenty out there, and I can take a little bit of help, and I can take a little bit of somebody's kindness. So I'm going to take my left hand and I'm going to bring it towards you, because I'm pretty sure that you gave something that I could probably use. And that's the beauty of this yoga. Remember, yoga is bringing 2 pieces together. That's you and me coming together through intention. So I'm going to reach out and grab something that I know you gave, and I'm going to pull it into my heart. You do the same. Reach out and pull it in. Maybe you need patience, and I gave that today. Maybe somebody in your group that you're practicing with gave something. Maybe somebody in your home. Maybe just somebody who is practicing this video that you don't even know that gave something that you need. Pull it into your heart. I'm going to take some of your kindness and pull it in, and some of your love and your joy, and I'm going to bring it into my heart, because that's how we find balance in the world. I'm going to do that 3 more times, and I'm really thinking in my mind, I'm taking and I'm grabbing what is being given to me, and I'm grateful for that. Let's do 1 more. Beautiful. I hope that you're continuing your gratitude practice, even though November is over and we're into a new month. It's really important to remember all the blessings that we have in our life. And even when we have struggles, we have our breath, we are alive, there's magic in the season, there's beautiful sky, maybe snow, maybe animals. There's so much. All right, so I want you to grab that belt, okay? And I want you to take the belt off of your waist if you have a belt on and you don't have a strap. Bring it about 8 to 10 inches apart, and then I'm gonna straighten my arms towards you. And you can see my strap here, and I'm holding on to it. I don't have a super hard grip, but I'm definitely not just letting it be a lax little like noodle. So I'm stretching the belt as if I want to pull it apart, but I want to be mindful that I don't make my knuckles sore by white knuckling it. So I'm just going to hold the strap, but hold it with a little bit of intention. I'm going to turn to the right, but I'm going to keep my arms the same distance and the same straightness. And then I'm going to come back to center, keep pulling the strap, and I'm going to go all the way over to the left. Do you feel that? And let's try that again. Go to the right. Nice. And to the left. Now we're going to start to fire up the muscles in the arms a little bit. Hold the strap in front like me. You can see it's pretty tight. I'm going to imagine that I'm pulling the strap into 2 pieces and then release just a little bit. Pull the strap into 2 pieces and release. Now add your breath. Inhale, exhale, relax. Pull, inhale, exhale, relax. Do that again 2 more times. Pull the strap, relax the strap, pull the strap, and relax the strap. You should have felt a lot of muscle firing in the upper arms, deltoids, shoulders, and trapezoids. So we're going to take the strap now, keep it the same distance, same amount of tension. So not a noodle, but not white knuckle. I'm going to bring my arms as high as I can. You might be here. You might be able to extend all the way above your head like me. Either way is fine. Wherever you're at, tip over to the right. And once you get to your sweet spot where you feel the good stretch on the left side, I want you to pull the strap, then soft release the strap. Pull like you're ripping it into 2, and then release. Add the breath. Inhale, pull. Exhale, release. Inhale, pull. Exhale, release. One more. Inhale, pull. Exhale, release. Inhale back to center and lower your arms. We're going to do that on the left side. Take breaks if you need to. Stretch out your hands. Do what you need to do. Don't death grip on the strap, but put enough that there's a little bit of tension. Same distance, same tension. Up we go. To the left. Once you find that beautiful stretch through the left side body, pull and release. You're going to feel something in your back behind your shoulder, your right shoulder. That's what we're targeting, that upper back. You're going to pull and release. 3 more. Add your breath. 2. So nice. Last one. So nice. Come back to center and lower. So let's separate our hands a little bit. We're going to take the strap a little bit wider. And when you can, how you're going to know that you're sort of at the right spot for the strap is when you take your arms out, they're going to be shaped sort of like a V. So I have a slight diagonal line, a slight diagonal line. It's not wide like this. It's about 14, 16 inches. I'm not the greatest at measurements, but it's shaped like this. Once you get there, turn to the right. Beautiful. Keep your arms same distance stretched. Do you feel that? To the left. Keep on going. Pull, pull, pull. One more time each side. So nice. Last one. Perfect. Now come back to center. We're going to bring our arms above our head. Perfect. And so you can see my arms are shaped like a Y or a V. And I'm going to tip over here. And when I get to that spot where my left side feels the stretch, I'm going to pull the strap just a little bit. We're going to hold this one. So keep pulling and you're going to feel that stretch through the back. Along the left side, come back to center, turn and tip to the left. Pull, pull, pull. Come back to center and then lower your arms. Perfect. We're going to keep the same distance, but we're going to try something different. So the same distance, arms are in a V shape. And now this might be a challenge for some of you, but just do your best. My arms are going to go back and up, back and up. I'm stretching through the heart right now. I'm feeling it along my ribs and my sternum. 2 more. Perfect. Last one. And then bring the strap down. Let's make a basket with our fingers and stretch. We have 1 more series with the strap for our arms, and then we're going to move to our legs. Elbows come in and we flip. So this time, the strap is going to be as wide as it can be with tension. So it's not going to be wide like this. It's going to be wide like this. So you get to decide. It's not all the way out. I wouldn't want that, because that's really hard to do. So it's a nice wide Y. I'm going to bring my arms up so you can see. That's about how wide my arms are. And when I have my strap like this, I'm going to turn so you can see my arms are behind my head and I'm getting a really nice stretch through the front of my shoulder. I want you to see if you can get there. And now I'm going to tip over again and it feels so nice. Keep the strap. Don't let it become a noodle like this. You want to make sure that it's really tight. Beautiful. Come back to center and you tip again. Now watch what's going to happen. We're going to come back up. Keep tension on the strap. Bend your elbows. Strap's going to be behind your head maybe. Come all the way up. Do that again. 3. Press it up. 2. Feels so nice. Last one. And lower, hands into a basket. Let's stretch out those fingers. So we're going to move to our lower body. And this is a great way. A strap is an awesome tool when we want to stretch our legs. Just have to move my heater a little bit. It's freezing in Colorado today. Absolutely cold. I think it's 20 degrees outside and my studio doesn't have heat. So I have that little heater back there blowing, and then I have a really nice heater that's silent sitting next to me, and I have my little tiny Chihuahua who has to come up to work with me, and he's on his blanket right in front of the heater. It works. All right, strap. You're gonna loop it around your foot. And so I'm sitting really close to the edge of my seat. And there it is. I'm gonna move my camera just a little bit so you can see where we're at. Okay, so there's my Chihuahua. Isn't he sweet? He's so sleepy. All right, so I'm sitting towards the edge of my seat. I'm going to take my strap and put it around my right foot, and then I'm going to straighten my leg. So I'm holding onto the strap. I'm going to face towards you. I don't want your legs to be wide like this, and it's hard to envision. So I'm sitting straight up, and now I'm going to lower my leg, use my arms to pull it a little higher, and try that again. Lower and pull. So I'm going to turn so you can see what that looks like. I lower and I pull. I lower and I pull. We have 2 more of those. Here's 1. Hold it at the top, 2, and now lean forward. You should feel a huge stretch here. Beautiful. Come on back, bend your knee, and we'll come back to center. Now, I want you to take a break if you need to with your hands. Remember, we don't want the hands to hurt, but this is a really nice series. So now I'm going to take the strap and I'm going to put the strap in my right hand. So it's on the same side as the strap that's on the foot. And I'm going to open my leg up, and then I'm going to bring my leg back. So I'm going to open and bring. If you want a little bit more work, your left arm will go out to the side, and that just keeps this core having to do a little bit more work of stability. 2 more. Nice. And now do 1 more, and I want you to hold it out, out, out. Sit really tall. Bring it back to center and lower. Take a break with your hands. Stretch them out. Squeeze out those fingers. We're going to do the left side. So same thing. Strap's going to go under the foot, just like that. And we're going to lift it up, hold it. I see how my strap is looped around my fingers. That helps. And I'm going to lower and I'm going to lift. This leg feels a little bit different. I'm not able to get it quite as high. That's okay. I'm going to do 2 more. Perfect. Now hold it up as high as you can. Perfect. Bend it and lower it. Take a break with your hands. We're going to do that outer side, and then we'll come back and finish up the class. So I'm going to lift. Strap's going to go in my left hand, same side as the leg, and I'm going to open and close. Open and close. 3 more. He's a sweet little dog. I've always been a big dog girl, and I don't know how he came into my life to be so beautiful. Lift, lift, lift. Come back to center and lower. I like to say that even though he has a 6-pound body, he has a huge heart. So he's my little buddy, and he comes to work with me and lays on a blanket in front of the heater. He's a smart dog. All right. So your legs should feel good. And that's a nice thing that you can do every day. Is just grab your belt, open up your legs. So you can set your strap on the floor. We're not going to need it again, but let's take a moment to stretch our hands. We've done a lot with our hands. So I'm going to make a fist and then open big. Make a fist, open big. 2 more. This really gets blood flow into the joints. Any joint, remember, any joint in our body produces that synovial fluid. And when we don't move our fingers enough, they get stiff, or our shoulders, or our hips, or our knees, or our ankles, or our toes. So we really have to make sure that we're doing things with our joints every day to create that synovial fluid. Now take your hands. This is a fun sort of brain thing. Index finger to thumb, middle finger, ring finger, pinky. Go backwards. Ring, middle, index. Middle, ring, pinky. Pinky, ring, middle, index. Now keep going and close your eyes. Just tap those fingers. Tap, tap, tap. Go backwards. It's a beautiful exercise for the brain and the joints. 1 more time through. Beautiful. Now open your hands up wide. Slip your hands into that basket. Keep them closed. So sometimes we flip our basket. This one, I want you to keep them closed so they're towards your heart. You're going to pull all the way out. Keep your arms stretched. And now drop your chin. It should feel good in the upper back. Perfect. Bring your nose back up to center. Flip your basket. Bring it into your heart. Push hard. Again, tuck your chin and round. Come back to center. If you're able to, bring your basket above your head. If not, separate your hands and lean over. We're going to get a big stretch here. Come back to center. Tip over. It should feel so delightful. Come back to center and then bring your arms down. Keep your basket. Watch what happens. I close it. I open it. Close it. And I open it. So this practice of yoga, there is a lot of movement and a lot of stretching, and that's really good for our bodies. 2 more. But the more consistent we are with coming to our practice, the more we understand that when we're in touch with our body, we're also in touch with our thoughts, and we're in touch with our heart. And when those 3 things come together, we're better people. And so the stretching invigorates our body, and it helps our nervous system to be in that place where we respond to things rather than react to things. It's a beautiful way to put us in the present moment, but it also really helps us to understand where we are in our body and what feels good and what doesn't feel good. And we're completely in the moment. And when we do that, we have this awareness of where our thoughts are. And so I'm hoping that as you're practicing, your thoughts can be redirected to what you're feeling in the moment, not to what's going to happen in an hour or what just happened, but to come into the sensation of the stretch. Oh, that feels so good. And come down. And then the idea that we have in our hearts so much to give people. And we don't have to go out and buy presents and spend a lot of money. We can simply knock on someone's door with distance, with protection, and say hello. We can pick up a phone, we can write a letter, we can draw a picture. Maybe you are a person that does crafts and crochets. What a beautiful handmade gift to take some leftover yarn from a project and make something and give it. That's a beautiful gift. One of the best gifts that you can give somebody is your time. And I think that yoga is such a beautiful avenue for which we can learn how to give from our hearts, and it becomes a vehicle in kindness. And I hope that as you spend time with me each week and you understand where your body is and what feels good and what doesn't feel good, and you stretch and become mindful, that you can find in your heart that unlimited potential of compassion, and you can go out and use it to make the world better. And it is my deepest belief that when we come to practice for ourselves and we stretch for ourselves and it feels so good, we finish our class with a feeling of goodness. And that feeling of goodness is what changes lives, because we're kinder, we're more patient, we're more loving, we're more present. And that changes the lives of the people around us. So we take this practice that's for us, and it actually is a vehicle for changing the world. And that's what I love. And I love sharing it with you. So sit really tall. We're going to come back to where we started, starting with the head. I want you to drop it over. Notice that maybe there's a little bit more space towards the end of the class. Come back to center, drop to the left. Come back to center, chin goes down. Oh, it feels so nice. And with your eyes down and your chin towards your heart, I want you to take a moment and just think about the gift of compassion and the gift of being light and showing up for people in the darkness by recognizing maybe somebody else is in a period in their life that's really dark, and just your presence is light. What a beautiful gift. Take a moment to be so thankful for your body and its capacity to breathe and to move and to be alive. Take a moment to be grateful for who you are and the gift that you bring the world. Have a beautiful week. I can't wait to keep sharing with you as we go through the week and the weeks ahead. And then we're going to finish 2020 together, and I'm excited about it. I have lots of good things to share with you in the coming weeks. Have a beautiful rest of your day. Keep practicing, keep breathing, and remember to practice compassion this week. I'll see you soon.